Good evening, everyone. Checking if you all can hear me loud and clear. Welcome to the onboarding session. Checking. Please, if you can hear me, can you indicate whether by raising your hand or. Alright, let's make it. So, can everybody hear me?
Yes,
Is there
I can hear
someone?
you from here. I can hear you.
Alright, are
Oh,
there
I
any?
can hear you.
Thank you very much,
Yes, I
Samson.
can hear you.
Alright, Julie, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so welcome to your first live session with me. My name is Bode Steven, and I'm going to be your lead instructor throughout this 8 week long journey. I hope we don't fight. All right, so
Can
today,
you please help us to adjust your microphone? We can't hear you clearly. Your voice is kind of fumbling from here.
all right, how about now? I've switched to a different
Great.
microphone.
We can hear you clearly
Much
now.
better.
Clearly.
All right, okay. So thank you all for taking your time. This meeting is going to be brief, fast, and straight to the point. So the goal, can everybody hear me now? The goal,
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you.
can.
thank you for taking your time to join us. Nice. I'm going to get to you very shortly. Okay. So, you already know how we roll. We're going to start with the onboarding session, which would unveil what to expect in this training. Then, Usama, you tell us what's. Then I'll bring you on board when the time comes. Okay. So you can see, chill and do your thing. All right. So once again, I want to welcome everyone on board. So we're recording this session, and initially we're supposed to live stream at the same time because we don't know if we could accommodate everybody in the live session at a time. But yeah, with this number, I don't think we need to live stream. But we're going to provide the recording after the meeting for everyone to be able to be a part of it. Okay, so what exactly is upskill? Now, a lot of you registered, probably saw the ad on Facebook or Instagram, or maybe outside of Facebook. So basically, the goal of upskill majorly is to bring soft skills to as many individuals as we can, and leveraging on um, latest technology and CMS to develop individuals in soft skills that very easy to understand, and to help you basically start something. All right, to help you start something. Mr. Ola, if you're on this meeting, I'm unable to share my screen, so please pull up the brochure and share the screen for me right now so I can use that as well. So or you can make me the co-host so I can gain full access. So apologies for that. So I'm going to be reading through the slide, through the brochure. You can find the brochure on the registration page where you actually signed up. I'm going to drop the link in the in-call messages now, so you can actually go on with me. If possible, share your screen, Ola, right now for of the registration page where they can get the brochure. So I'm going to go through the slide. We're also going to provide that. So that link I just posted is where you get the brochure to this presentation this evening. All right. So this program is titled WordPress for Business. and it's all about building a professional website with ease. Meaning that because of this program, we're not gonna actually go through. We're not going to actually, write much lines of code. Okay, thank you, Ola, for that update. Okay, I can share my screen now. All right, can everybody see my screen? If you can see my screen, just
Yeah.
respond using the in-call message.
Yes, we can.
So after the meeting, we can take
Yes,
your
I
questions.
repeat.
For some reasons, I can't seem to hear anybody.
We can hear you clearly from here.
No,
Okay,
we get to meet our speakers.
okay, I can hear you now. All right, okay. So so let's start with what Upskill is and what Kubitos is. So Kubitos is a web hosting company that is backing or that created Upskill. You can see from the logo we have Upskill by Kubitos. So Kubitos is actually sponsoring the entire program, and because I don't want to waste much of our time, I'm just going to go straight to what to expect in this program. So you can go through the slide later, which we just shared for you in the in call. So this week, now between today and Friday, you would learn what websites are and how the internet works, the component of websites, types of websites, choosing the right website or platform, so you understand the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. This is where we introduce you to WordPress. Then by Friday, you should learn how to set up your work environment. So I call it your lab. So basically, it's your domain and hosting, and you take your first quiz. Then week two, we'll introduce you to WordPress in detail. You learn how to install your WordPress. You learn how to navigate your WordPress dashboard, and would explore different areas of WordPress. Then the third week would explore some configurations. You learn how to create your posts, you learn how to manage your content, categories, pages, media, managing comments. Then we'll introduce you to what plugins are, how they can help improve the functionality of your website, and you'd also learn how to create other user accounts for your website. So let's say people want to, you need writers or someone to manage your website, or so to manage a particular section of your website. You learn how to like create all these user roles, and all this will be done without you needing to write any single line of code. Okay, so we've made this program so simple that regardless of wherever you're coming from or whatever walks of life, or whatever you are doing right now, you'll be able to understand and implement everything there step by step. Then the week four, which is where things now begin to get real serious, you learn how to install your theme. This is where we begin the customization of our website. We make our website look good. We learn how to optimize the website for search engines. So we're not just teaching you how to build your website, we also introduce you to some money making skills like SEO. You learn how to set up SEO for websites that are running on WordPress, right? And there are millions of WordPress websites. In fact, over 45% of the entire internet website is running on WordPress, and that's a huge market. And a lot of people are really looking down on the potential of what WordPress has to offer, which there'll be a lot of high hope now in this program, because in one of the lessons this week we'll talk about the myth of WordPress, what WordPress is not, what people think WordPress is, or what are the limitations people think WordPress have, which might be false. So we're going to explore those things this week to boost your confidence in how far you can go with WordPress. Now, before you get to week 5, by week 4, where the system is going to kick people that are inactive out of the program. So there are a lot of resources going into this program. Each time you stream a video, we actually pay for what we call CDN, right? Content Delivery Network. So even though we are giving the program tuition free, there's still a lot of expenses that goes into making the program available to every student and to make it even available even after you graduate the program. So which is why we don't want crowd. All right, even though we have hundreds of people register, we by week 4, if we see that you've not even gotten to module 3.0, the system automatically will kick you out of the program. Now, kicking you out of the program does not mean you will not have access to your account, but what it means is you will not have access to the program, the training, and the training materials. Other aspects of the website you might still have access to them, but the core things that would of benefit to you, you won't have access. However, there will be an option for you to defer to the next cohort. So in case you fall in this category, which a lot of people usually falls in this category, so I need to bring that up as early as possible for you to know this. Then your week 6 we'll start talking about security, how to secure a website. Then in case things goes wrong, how you can back up your website. All right, week 5 I omitted some things, like we dive deep into using of plugins, how you can add certain plugins to serve certain function on your website, that is how to make your website do certain things part time. Then we introduce you to a plugin, special plugin called WooCommerce. So for those of you that in the future you want to build a website for e-commerce, maybe you shall want to sell something on your website, ebook, online store, podcast, whatever you want to sell, a very good plugin you can use is WooCommerce, which we'll introduce you to. But we already have a separate program that dive deep into WooCommerce, which is also free. Then you learn how to make your website load faster, performance. Then we'll also discuss site security in the week 6. Then you would learn how to do backup and restoration of your site in case things goes wrong. You will also learn how to update your WordPress plugin themes and deal with common issues you might face. Then we'll discuss how you can monitor your site's traffic using Google Analytics, which is another money making skill that you can learn aside from building websites. So these are skills you can actually integrate into other people's website and charge them a fee for doing that. You will also learn that in week 6. Then week 7 will prepare you for launching your website. We'll explore other SEO best practices. Then we'll go deep into setting up the SEO of your website, submitting your website to Bing and Google. We'll explore simple ways to create engaging content and blogging strategy. Then we'll show you how to implement social media integrations and share. Then the final week, we introduce you to a cloud delivery network like Cloudflare, and you would see me rebuild the entire website all over from scratch, from start to finish, where I will touch on certain things I might have missed in the course of the program. Then I will do that again for project 2. Then you would have your exam, and once you pass your exam, your website will be reviewed, to be graded, and you get your certificate. So it's as simple as that. Now, before we take questions, I would like to introduce you to one of our students that is currently in the program. So I invited a few, but I don't know how many are online at the moment. But I've seen Mesoma. So Mesoma, please introduce yourself, how you heard about Upskill, and tell us what you think about the program so far. Honest review, okay? Tell me the honest truth. If you want to yab us, you have the floor, because I didn't have this prior conversation with you. So this is an opportunity to actually save these folks from wasting their time and energy, and just be honest and tell us what the program is about and if it's worth every penny and time. Over to you, Mesuma. Please let them see your face so they don't know that it's real person that is talking.
That's fine.
So we'll go carry one AI somewhere.
Good evening, now.
We can't hear you. Me, I can't hear
Good
you. Only
evening.
but
Good
I can
evening.
hear you.
Oh,
What's wrong
can you
now?
guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
So,
please.
I'm Mr. Kiki. I'm joining from Enugu State. I'm currently serving. A NYSC core member. So, how did I get to know about upskill by Kubitos? I think it was on Instagram. I saw their ad on Instagram, and by then I was already going through like applying for free mentorship programs and all that. So immediately I saw them. I applied. Luckily for me, I applied the last day of that uh, application. That was the day I applied, and that was how I got on board with upskill. Uh, my honest review about the program so far, let me laugh, sorry, is that before I got into learning WordPress, coming from a non-technical, all these non-tech stuff, I didn't know my way around, and I already had friends in the tech industry. Most of them are full stack developers and back end developers and all that. So when I was asking for their opinions about learning WordPress, of which one of my friends talked about, like he encouraged me to learn WordPress, that that was how he started. So when I was asking some of my friends their opinion about WordPress, now I just thank my God that there is a pro like they're on the broke if you people listening, there is where they will tackle myth about WordPress. So I shall got most of it because my friends will be like, what praise, all those ones, they'll just enter through the back door. Kind of discouraging comment I got from them about WordPress. One told me that it's not like WordPress is bad, but where the tech hub, she took her own program that they don't normally rate WordPress students. So I was like, is it that bad? Like, is it that bad? Must I code? But then the good news is that I'm happy. I'm making myself proud with my website so far. I'm making myself proud. Sometimes I just go on TikTok because my TikTok analytics, the TikTok algorithm, they push tech stops to me. I am not like these Nigerians that they will push dance videos to. They just push tech stops to me. That was how I made my own TikTok algorithm to be able to read what I love. So sometimes I just go on TikTok, I search for WordPress, search for what people are doing with WordPress. I kind of get encouragement. Sometimes I'll just talk to somebody I know can encourage me, because you will really get people top down on WordPress, but is worth it. I'm enjoying. If I look at my website, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's so
Let me ask you a
beautiful.
quick question. Okay, let me ask you a quick
Yeah,
question. When during the first week when you were studying the meat of WordPress, and we'll show you a few websites that runs on WordPress, which one really caught your attention there?
that's White House website. I have a chat with one of my friends. I was like, the guy was telling me, hey, I need to go and learn a programming language. And I said, come on, leave all those things. That even White House, their website was built with WordPress. It was not like, how shy are you? I said, we tested it. I tested it. I have something I used to test it. So that that one of White House caught me, both Snoop Dogg, the rest of them. They actually got me. But that White House, I can be able to beat my chest and say that no, WordPress
All
that's
right.
and
Do
I'm
you
enjoying it.
know?
So,
Fun
yeah,
fact: did you know Upskill was built on WordPress?
I, I didn't test it though. Like I didn't test, but
Hello. Uh, can everybody see me?
Thank you.
Okay, Mesoma don't go. All right, I'm sure a lot of students don't know that we actually built the entire upskill platform on WordPress, which you would get while I am, making this point. By the time you get started with the program, please mute your audio if so. By the time you get started with this program, you would learn why it's something interesting to know. Mesoma, thank you for your time. I guess there's an issue with your network. Okay, so please, if you have a question, Mr. Ola, are you there? If you're here, please mute accounts that are currently distracting. All right. So so I'm going to take a few questions now before we wrap up this meeting. So if you have a question, please show by a raise of hand. So I'm going to start with Henry Chinedu. Go ahead, please. Henry, go ahead with your question. So while Henry is trying to figure out whether or not he's going to ask question, let me show you how to get access to your um, how to gain access to your classes. Okay, how to get started. So what you need to do upon registration, there you were asked to input a preferred email and password, which everybody did. If you are here, you did that when you're signing up. I'm going to call you to answer your questions shortly, but let me go through with this first. So what you need to do is to click on the sign in button. Now, if you will get it most times that many might have forgotten the password they used during sign up, but obviously you shouldn't forget the email you used. So either way, if you forget the email as well, kindly reach out to the support number, which would you would see on the WhatsApp community. There's a number that drops notification. So reply that number, and the support team would address your query. So, peradventure you forgot your password, you can use the forget password option, which will take you to another page where you'd input your email that you most likely think you set up your account with. Now, you would get a reset link sent to you. If you can't find it in your inbox, check your spam folder. Okay, it will definitely be in your spam folder. So to log in, you can log in with your email address and password. Okay, now upon logging into your account, you would see a different dashboard that is different from what you saw when you completed your program, or when you joined, when you completed your registration, or when you joined the WhatsApp community. Okay, you would see this dashboard. The first thing you need to do is to complete your profile. Very shortly after this live session, we're going to drop a link to another video that is called the orientation video, right, which will show you everything you need to do, like starting the program, connecting with other students, navigating every aspect of this platform, and to get a hang of the whole concept on how you can start taking your lessons, which is very important. So it's important that everybody should go to the orientation video. Even if you miss this live session, the orientation video would help you cover a lot. And if you get stuck, you can use this AXOX option, which will take you to the WhatsApp number I spoke about earlier on. Okay, so yeah, that's how to gain access to your account. And let me take 2 or 3 questions so that we conclude this live session. So I'm going to start with Mustafa Mohammed Zakari. Mustafa Mohammed Zakari.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
All right, sir.
Good afternoon. Are you hearing me?
Yes, 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 I can hear you.
Okay, actually, I really appreciate this kind of session because I think it's very interactive, it's very interesting. But actually, the time I came on board, I think you have already explained on how someone to download the brochure. But I couldn't get the link that I will download it first. Then, secondly, I just want to know whether if this session will continue online or is it a physical classes?
All right, like I said, I just showed you how to access your account just now. I've dropped the link in the chat, so you'd see
Okay,
upskill.ng. Once you get to upskill.ng, you would
okay,
go to, you will see a sign in option at the top, right?
okay,
Then you log in with the email address and password you use when creating or when you're registering. If you don't remember the
okay,
password, you can use the forget password to reset. Then for your
okay,
second
understand.
question, all the classes are online and each lessons will be released. One lesson will be released, at least one or two lessons will be released per day at a specific
Okay,
time. But you understand,
okay,
excuse me, you understand everything in details from the second video we'll send to the WhatsApp community now. Immediately after this
okay,
meeting, we'll have another video that
okay.
explains everything in detail and answer most of your questions. Is that
Thank you
clear?
so much. That's clear.
All right, so Genevieve, go ahead with your question. Then we'll take Raphael's question as well.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Evening, we can hear you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. A quick one. My question is: the classes, are they pre-recorded classes or live classes every day, which will be which will be recorded and the link will be shared on the group? I want to
Oh,
know how it's going to be.
okay. It's pre-recorded, but however, there are some lessons we are updating. For instance, there's a lesson in this week that we're going to update, but however, it's still be pre-recorded. But every week we'll be having a live session like this, where I address any question and concerns you might have or any challenge you might face, where we help you fix whatever issue you might be facing with your website, or just to generally have this conversation like we're having in the onboarding session. So you have this kind of session. The next one is on Saturday by 1 p.m. So, and that's going to be every Saturday 1 p.m. We have this live session
Live
for your
session.
particular course. But during the week, excuse me, during the week, your classes are pre-recorded. Okay.
Okay, I have another thing to ask. I'm sorry. I want to ask, like, I've gone through a WordPress training before, but it wasn't easy for me to understand because the WordPress version they were using to teach was like 2012 or before 2020 version. That's what they used to teach the WordPress. And we navigating the WordPress dashboard 2024, the recent
The one
version,
you'll be
we
using the
found out
latest
that
version.
they were different. It wasn't the same thing. The
You'll be working with the
experience wasn't the
latest.
same.
You'll be working with the latest
Okay.
version, and we'll constantly update our program if there's any change. All right. So that's why we have a
All
community.
right.
Okay, we've had
Okay. Thank
over
you so much.
3,000 students so far, so don't worry, we've covered a lot of things. Okay,
All
so
right, sir.
you're
Thank
in
you,
a
sir.
great you're in great hands. All right, thank you for your question. Raphael, can you go ahead, please?
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I just want to use this privilege to thank the whole team for this. It's actually a privilege. I really thank you, sir, and I also thank the whole team. But I was not getting the part of the registration because of noise at my end. So I just want to ask: is the class a paid one? You were talking about payment, or I was not getting it well. So I just need to confirm. I don't know if you hear me, sir.
Like I said, I didn't mention any payments, but Mesoma will address that question very shortly. So she will share her own experience with you. Okay,
All right,
but
sir. All right,
the
sir.
program is tuition free. So if we wanted payment, we would have asked you payment while you're registering. However, there will be some other responsibilities along the line, which Mesoma will clarify for you. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. No problem.
Savior, are you there? That'll be the last question I'll be taking. We believe that we answered most of the questions you are likely to ask in the orientation video. So you watch that. And the community, because to regulate and to prevent abuse, we are going to regulate the chats on the community instead of leaving it just open. Because we discovered that last cohort it was drastically abused. And so certain period would open the group, everybody will ask questions, you relate to one another, except if I'm promised that there will be decorum this time. And because if we discover that there is any message that is unrelated to the program, or you're trying to instigate something that is contrary to what we stand for in the program, you'll be instantly removed from the program and on the WhatsApp group as well. So please, let's take caution in that aspect. So Savior, please go ahead with your question. You sound like
Yeah,
you're
good evening.
serious.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
I can't hear you. I don't know if others can hear you, but I can't hear you at the moment.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello.
We can hear you. Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, I can.
Please, the classes, is it every day, and assignments, are they given weekly or daily?
Assignments are every week, and classes are released every day, but you can take them at your own pace. All right, you can take them any time of the day after they've been released. You can't take them ahead of the release. So there's particular time and date it will be released. If you don't have time to take it when it's released, you can take it any time of the day. You can even take it any time of the week, but try as much as possible to catch up for that week, you know, content, so that you can go at the same pace. So it's still self-paced, or will I say semi-self-paced.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. So Mesuma, give us a roundup of your experience so far, and please address any additional fee that might come in, and what your personal opinion as to why that was implemented, and just share your thoughts. Over to you.
Okay. Okay. During the it's like with like it was stated, it's a
I
free
don't know why I can't hear you, but I don't know if
mentorship
others can
program.
hear you. Can
But then,
everybody
but then,
hear her?
can you guys hear me?
I'm not hear your gist though.
What's happening? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you now.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you know.
Yeah, I said like it was stated. It's a free mentorship program, but then that but you should people should have known me. I feel whatever you are paying for, which is actually the truth, you are not even making any payment to Kubit host or to anybody or to Upscrew. You're not making any payment to anybody. It's something you are doing for yourself. The only thing you are required to do, which I see as part of commitment, I will call that a commitment fee, because we know how Nigerians can be. We abuse free stuffs a lot. Like once is free, we just abuse it and that's all. But then I feel whatever payment we didn't even make payment. Why am I even calling it? Please, it's not a payment. We actually purchased our domain name and hosting. This is what you are doing for yourself. This is for you, and see it as a kind of commitment. And when I went online, because like he said, my cohorts, the WhatsApp group was opened. So during that period of purchasing, so many people had so many things to say, so many negative things to say. Some persons were like, yeah, but they are other free, it's not cheap, this is that. I went to do my own research. During that period, I didn't even talk, I didn't even voice out my opinion. I think I only said it's part of commitments. Then I went online to check. See, I feel Kubit Host is giving us hosting and domain name at the cheapest price so far that I checked online. That's just the truth. So it is a domain name you are buying for yourself. It is hosting that you are doing for your website. So you are making payments to nobody. It is just what you are doing for yourself. And I would say it's like a commitment so that you won't abuse the free stuff. Yeah, I
Okay,
think I've
I can
addressed
see
that.
I can see someone raising hand now. Most likely they ought to ask how much did you pay? Okay,
Don't worry, they should come. The question should come, please. You
let
can
me
ask your
address that.
question.
So, Mr. Man, thank you very much for your honest opinion about this. Now, the thing is, I would ask you to ask question additional, just hold on. The initially before this last cohort, the okay, the condition given to run upskill for free is that you must run the rocket plan, because that's what the checker will check if you are active on the program. Now, if you have a domain name, you can link the domain name to your rocket plan. You don't need to purchase the domain name. However, the domain name initially we used to give it out for free for 1 year, but due to things that we could not regulate, like NERA, which is a regulatory body for every .ng domain, increased their pricing. So to cover that, we had to ask you to pay what they asked us to be paying, basically. So which is about $2 or thereabout for 1 year. Then the hosting is $6 for 1 year. Now, the reason why it's $6 is because of our naira fluctuation. Sometimes when we started, people are getting this hosting and everything for just 5k. Now I think Mesoma said, yeah, maybe you are paying 9,000. Some people pay 9,000, some people pay 8,000, and that's the only payment you would ever need to make. However, there are other things you would get, like the premium theme, the premium plugins you'll be using, which are about the total of everything you get will be about almost $400 to $500 worth, right? That you are not going to pay for, that cost have been covered. So the only way we can filter those are serious and those that will not abuse every facility and things that will be given to you is to ensure that you are running a plan, and in a way to support or give back to Kubitos as a sign of appreciation that, okay, thank you for bringing this program. Also, this will encourage us to introduce new programs, because we're already working on several programs like blogging, working on digital marketing, which is going to be massive, and several other big programs like that. So this is just what we are starting out with first, and we've had a lot of testimonies. I could have invited some people, but as we progress, you'll meet other students that have joined since last year, and you hear what they are currently doing with the skills and all that. So do we still have questions? Because I see that the hands are down now after I caught some figures. Additional, go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. And thank you for the opportunity you grant to every one of us. Actually, what I just want to talk about is that of having a domain and hosting. For me personally, I can say I design, but not that in a complex way, because I just design something like sales page because I'm into e-commerce. So I design sales pages, something like that. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say there. So, and I already have hosting plan already. So me getting the domain from your side is not an issue. I just want to clarify. If can I get the domain from your side, then use my existing hosting to host it, or I must get both hosting and domain from
Now,
your side. And I
what is
understand.
actual? Let me explain. I think I explained that. What is actually checked is the hosting, not even the domain. If you have the domain already, maybe you want to buy .com and you feel like kubitos.com price is expensive, you can get it as well. But there's a rocket plan that is given to you, which you can't even find such specification online in any of this other platform. It's about $1 per month, and that $6 is for 6 months. So you have the entire 6 months for that, and I think yeah, the features and everything is on the website, which you get access to as progress, because the checker upon the fourth week, where people will be removed from the program automatically, what is checked is those running the rocket plan, because that's the name of the plan, rocket plan, and it's not even listed on Kubito's website. It's only created specially for upskill students, because it's kind of ridiculously cheap for what you'll be getting. So yeah, that is it.
Okay, all right, I understand. So from what you break down, and that it is essential for us to get the hosting
Yes.
from your side, but we can get our domain in an external place.
If
But you must apply to that hosting.
yeah, so if you are getting it externally, you can reach out to the support for what we call. I'm sure you have experience with this. What we call the name
I
server,
understand.
so
I
you can
understand.
point it. So you can
And
point it to those things. Yeah.
that's not an issue. We are going to get both from your side. That's not an issue. Since what you are offering us is advanced.
The thing is, one thing about upskill is we are not going to persuade. Mesoma, how many people are left in the program in your cohort? Do you have idea?
Have any, I don't have any idea, but I don't have any idea how many people I've left in my cohort. But
Uh,
with the way we are communicating in our community,
is
I'm
it
not
as
sure
if
we are
this?
much. I'm not sure we are much again
Yeah,
because even
yeah.
on live sessions,
Let me tell you.
we
Let me
most
give you the
times we are
figure.
not up.
Let me give you the figure. Over 400 people registered, and those that are left are 27. 27. So if it's that we are looking at making money, would bring down the price and get more people to buy, because the larger the volume the better. But we are more concerned about getting quality individuals, people that are taking these things seriously and that can implement, that will use it. Because immediately after the program you'll be invited to a private mentorship program, right, on Telegram, which I believe Mesoma is already a part of, which we are already planning our own live session in the mentorship program to explore some other things in WordPress. And that is also free, which I could charge a lot for, but it's also free for as long as I'll keep doing it. So look beyond, and we're not going to force anybody, right? It's not to gloat or anything. The truth is, there will always be people that will not be interested, and there will be people that would, be interested. That's just the way life is, and yeah. So if the moment you see the opportunity you are tapping into, the better, and you take advantage of it. So there's so much more, in store for you. So I'm going to just take these two more questions and close in this live session. Then Evans, go ahead, please.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. Okay, some of you have really answered the question, but I just want to take in something. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. I don't know how much are we looking at. That we just know that this is how much we will use throughout the
It varies. It varies depending on the exchange rate, but the minimum is $6.
okay $6
Mm.
from start to. So we all know that okay,
Finish.
this is
That's the only thing now. We are not going to ask you to pay any other additional fee. But if you are getting the domain name, well, we offer if a cheap.com.ng domain or .net.ng. That one is additional $2. You understand? So, which you would learn how to do exactly that in the course of the program. Okay, so it's totally up
okay.
to you.
Okay,
And if
no
you have any
problem.
challenge, there's a WhatsApp support line with different persons that would respond to you per time. So to address any issue you might face when you get to that point. Okay, so they will help
No,
you fix whatever issue you might face.
no problem. Thank you.
All right. So Omo Fa, please ask your question. Omo Fa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right.
All right. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Good evening.
Okay, it's not really a question. I just wanted to add to what you said for the benefit of the other persons that are listening because I was part of the November cohort, but I
November.
could not follow up because, no, is it, no, December, not November. Yeah,
Eh.
December cohort.
Okay. Welcome back. How did you
I was,
sneak in?
I was actually bent on following up, but as of that time, I had some kind of financial challenge that made me not to be able to pay for the hosting and domain. But the truth is, for other persons that are listening, you can go online and search what they're actually doing. This hosting and domain that they're actually giving at this rate, it's not even, it's just like a giveaway. Just take it that it's kind of like, even if you take it as a fee you are paying for the trainings, you are learning WordPress. Maybe some of us don't understand what WordPress development is all about and the prospects we have of making income from it. That's why we may be thinking the cost is actually much. It's actually an opportunity, it's a gold mine. So I encourage everybody, just try to raise the money. 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that's around 11,000 if you multiply by the current exchange rate. So it's something everybody should try to get into. There's no need losing interest on it. There's
Is that
actually a
the
lot that you're going to gain from it.
uh,
So that's just what I want to contribute. So thank you, sir.
okay?
Uh, thank
And
you
let me
very
if I can,
much.
let me if I can say ask something.
Evans, you said what?
Uh, yeah, I want to ask a question. I don't know.
Okay.
After the whole course, would there be a career session like how to use this WordPress to make money?
Yes, yes, yes. We'll teach you all those things. Don't worry. We've got you.
Yeah,
You will learn all those
I
things.
did something.
You
I
will
did
learn how
one
to
course.
get your clients. You will learn how to negotiate. Which, but that will only come after you get to the last live session. So we reserve that for the last live session. Okay. So stay
Okay.
consistent.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Sabio, last question.
Please, this WordPress payment you are paying for, like after like this month, take for instance May, or paid during May. Maybe if we're using it to make money, maybe after this payment, can we also like sell our account? Maybe if you don't want to use it, like something like that.
Yes, you
And
can
sell our
disable your account. It's 6 months. The hosting is for 6 months. It's if you don't want to use it anymore, it's fine. It's automatically disabled by itself if you do not pay your invoice. It's automatically disable your website. So the whole system is automated. Okay, so it's
okay.
just you have full control of whatever you choose to do. We don't try to manipulate you or force you to do anything. Okay. All right. Thank you all for your time. See you same time. Okay, Michael. I've been looking at this your DP. You be like designer. But go ahead, Michael.
Um, yes, good afternoon. My name is Michael. I'm also in the tech space.
You look
Um,
like a techie.
yes, I'm vividly interested. I just caught an action for WordPress, and
Okay.
it was actually introduced to me by my mentor. So that's why I'm here. But basically, I just want to talk about if the hosting and domain name, if peradventure after the 6 months we decide to extend it, can we do that through your organization?
Yes,
Is
yes.
that
You automatically get an invoice. You can renew or not. If you want to renew, fine. If you don't want to renew, it's totally up to you. It's just like every other hosting platform.
okay?
Alright,
Okay,
yeah. So
because and the price is pretty much fair because I've seen other hosting like hosting Zamp as well. I've seen how
one
much is.
thing other hosting platform do is there's what we call the first timer first timer payment. It's the renewal you look at. When the hosting company is giving
Okay,
you a pricing that is so ridiculously cheap, ask this question: will you be paying the same amount when you renew? Which is what Kubitos always come up is always front. What's the Igbo say? They're always upfront with, right? For instance, the rocket plan, the price is fixed. So if it's $6 this year or this month, it's still going to be that $6. It's not going to increase. If there's not going to be any increase, you would be notified prior to that time.
all right.
So
So would Elementor 2 be part of our
yes,
like the
of course,
WordPress
yes,
Elementor?
it's one of the page builders we're using. Yeah,
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
yes. Thank you very much. See you all on Saturday. Saturday by 1 p.m. and would have a live. By then, yeah, most of you should already be all set up, and you should be ready for your WordPress journey in full. Okay, so we're going to drop a link to the orientation for you to navigate the upskill platform and know how to use this. And I hope this gives you inspiration when you see how the entire platform looks and it's running actually on WordPress. That should even show you it should give you an idea of how the potential of what you can do with WordPress. I'm not saying you will learn how to build something like upskill in the program, but at least you would have the foundational knowledge to get started and you grow from there. Hopefully, we are going to launch an advanced program which is going to be on the mentorship platform where we'll show you some. I personally will teach you some, advanced things you can do. We might do a little bit of small coding here and there, but yeah, but that one is not going to be free. Okay. Okay. So thank you all for joining me, and yeah, see you next Saturday. Do have a wonderful evening.